So I'm a stupid, dirty liar, and I said I'm not gonna buy any more pocket knives. And then I did because I am a gremlin who just wants to collect things, and now my interests have started to shift towards pocket knives because I already own so many Balisong. I don't know. It's not healthy. Um, Retail therapy is not a healthy way of going about things. So basically, here are some pocket knives that I got. This one is going to be. Oh my god. Also, like, just the mail has been super delayed for reasons. Like, I guess a hurricane has been affecting the East Coast, but I haven't really heard too much about it, I guess, but who knows. The news has not been super helpful. So, in here, we have. Whoa, a free coaster. That's cool. Knives and trees. Um, cool. And, just double checking here. Yep. We have Spyderco. Now, I wanted to try the compression lock, but I also wanted to get a small gentlemanly's knife because I'm going to be a professor. So here we have, ooh, this is so much smaller than I think it is. We have the Spyderco Ikuchi. Ikuchi apparently is like a sea serpent thing. This is a Spyderco. Oh boy, howdy. Compression lock. Let me give this away. It's quite small. It's clocking in at 2.47 ounces on my thing. Okay, so what do we have about the Ikuchi? One, it is a Spyderco, which means that it has the thumb hole. However, because this is so thin, you can't actually use this signature Spidey hole to actually open it. It does have the patented compression lock, which is kind of hard to access with like my finger. I have to use like my fingernail instead of using the hole to open up. It does have this wheel, which is kind of interesting. It's very thin, very light. Has the wire pocket clip, sort of a deep carry, but it will have a smidge sticking out. Tip up. Here I am in my pajamas. Yep. So, you know, sticks out pretty indiscreetly. Like, this pocket clip is kind of inobtrusive. And I was thinking, if I had my breast pocket for my shirt, yeah. So I will say, this opening mechanic feels really good. The compression lock feels really good too. You do have to put some pressure down on this, like to really kind of activate this. Hold on. Am I like wigging out? Did I just get this stuck? Am I stupid and bad? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What the fuck happened? Okay, let me engage the lock. Okay. So there is the option of like pressing the compression lock, which is kind of like a reverse liner lock. At least that's how it feels like. A liner lock being normally like, here's the ibby, which I do not like. The liner lock being on the interior, you push in and then you close it like so. The compression lock being on the back side, so you can press the compression lock and let it swing out like this. And now to close it, you just have to press it down. I will say, compression lock on this is just really small. It's a lot of Spyderco knives have what's the word I'm thinking of? They have compression locks that are bigger and easier to access. The Paramilitary 2, the Paramilitary 3, the Shaman. I have done an unfortunate amount of research. Let's see. This is also from the Taichung, Taiwan factory. It is CPM S30V, so pretty nice. I'm assuming this is pretty sharp. I will be using it to open this next. It is a trailing point, which is less practical, but it does look kind of nice. I do like the opening mechanic. It feels pretty good. These are G10 scales made to look like carbon fiber. If I like this knife enough, I might buy custom scales for it. We will see. But right now, I think I'll keep this. I think this is good enough. It feels classy. It feels good. I feel like if I'm like trying to, here, you know what? I have this entire thing that I can. Okay. I don't use pocket knives, but I might start. Anyways, I wanted to be able to have a classy looking knife that I could keep in my pocket that was actually smaller than this one. This one is really easy to use, open, very practical, button lock, Sencut Watuga. This one's like over 3 ounces, whereas this one's like shy of 2.5. So definitely very light and small. Feels really cool, and if I get cool custom scales, it might be even cooler, question mark. I don't know. I will say also that like while I want to use my entire finger to disengage this, if I do so, when it closes, it actually does hit against my index finger. Also, I forgot the disclaimer of I don't normally collect pocket knives. I don't collect folders. I am, again, mostly a Balisong YouTuber, and I am mostly focused on flipping. So I don't have a lot of like nitty-gritty details on blade grinds. It is a very thin, it's a very thin knife. The spine is a bit thicker, but the actual cutting edge is like real thin. Comparing to the Ibby, which is another, it's a, I find the, what the fuck is this called? I just looked it up. It doesn't have the name on it. Fuck me. Ikuchi. Yeah, it has more of a blade than the Ibby, the CRKT Ibby. The Ibby's, the spine's about the same thickness. Cutting edge, I couldn't tell you. But this just feels more impractical. One, the action to open it is bad. It's not very fluid, and that's just kind of by design. So like actually pushing down on this, you have to go through a lot of force in order to get through like the first thing. Then there's this section. Then this entire one is like kind of sticky. This ring's also kind of impractical. This is also, I guess, my sort of review for the Ibby now. As for, yeah, and also if you wanted to put this in your pocket, the pocket clip will just have this entire ring sticking out. It's just not practical. Ikuchi, though, I think if I were to use this, stick it in my breast pocket, it does seem to be tip down only. Let me just double check this. I think this is tip down only. Sorry, tip up only. Super backwards, yeah. I think this is tip up only. So, I feel like if you wanted to have a knife in your breast pocket, tip down is actually more convenient. I do not know why so much of the folding community is anti tip down carry. They say that some people say that the bulkiness is like more, like it's more annoying and your hand is in a better position to pull it when it's tip up. But like for me, I guess in this case, if it's in my pocket like this, or it's in my back pocket, which, you know, I'm not wearing shorts with back pockets right now, doing that will make this in my hand like this, but then I have to like flip it over, and then I can engage it, use the knife, disengage it, and then I can like put it back. If it's tip, like the CRKT, the one of the knives I was looking at was the CRKT CEO. The original thumb flipper one is tip down only, but if it's like this, you know, you take it out like this, engage it, yada yada yada, you're done with it, and you just put it back in like that. So I feel like there is a right place and a, like, I don't know, it just seems like a lot of people have, from what I've been researching, a lot of people are just very like, tip down is a sin, and I'm like, okay, buddy. And then I feel like if you say that you like tip down, you're gonna get fucking skewered. I will say, I wish this was a little bit more comfortable. Sometimes it's a little uncomfortable. Possibly just tightness. I will try and lubricate this. If I get new scales, I'll have to disassemble it anyways. But yeah, it's pretty good, and I know that this is not the most popular Spyderco knife, partially because it just, I think if there was more of thin knives like this, it could be really cool. This is a reversible left hand, right hand, and if you are lefty, the compression lock is a little bit annoying to engage, especially on a thin knife like this, because you don't really have a lot of gripping room to like safely use your, because you'd have to use your thumb essentially. opposed to your index finger on the right side. So they're like pseudo ambidextrous, but the pocket clip is reversible. I don't know. I do not believe. Yes. Okay. So there. Nope. Okay. No. Yeah. So yeah, you can see that it's reversible left-handed, right-handed because of these grooves, but there aren't any up here, so you can only have tip up. But it is left-right compatible, just not up-down. But yeah, I think this is neat. I think it would be cool if Spyderco had maybe a thinner sort of CEO style knife, and maybe instead of a trailing point, if they had a drop point or a a sheep's foot / Warncliffe, or something along the lines of that. But M390 is a good steel. It seems pretty sharp. As for opening packages, we will see for the next. You know what? Actually, we're just gonna start it off with this one. So there's no tape on this. Fuck me. I'll do it for this one. There's no tape on this. Fuck me. Oh wait, no, there is. Okay, so yes, let's examine this. This is a non-knife. This is from my friend Carrie. I love you, Carrie. She has sent me cookies because I have been having a rough time lately. So, yes, cutting actually was like really smooth and easy, especially with packages. Like, if it is a drop point or a Warncliffe, what I really like is that these are really easy for like opening packages, opening envelopes. A trailing point does mean that if you want the tip in, you have to kind of insert vertically, or you have to do a reverse. But it's still practical, and for a thin knife that you could have next to a pen in a breast pocket, like, I don't know, it feels pretty convenient, lightweight, and not very noticeable. It's fun to engage, I will say. When it's cooperating, it's really satisfying. So yeah, Ikuchi, Spyderco, probably no one's favorite Spyderco knife, but I think they can mess around with a thin gentleman style knife more. I would love to see what else they could do. The wheel is an interesting take on a flipper. Instead of a flipper tab, you pull down, and that's pretty cool. Albeit like a flipper tab is more, it's just easier to engage, more consistent. Arguably easier to accidentally engage, but I don't know. Anyways, let's see the cookies. If you like this video, hello, it says open here. If you like this video, okay, the rest is for me. This is private stuff. Check out the rest of this channel. Again, if you, I'm not a pocket knife enthusiast, so if you're looking for a review on pocket knives from someone who has less horse in the race and like less of a sort of granular view on pocket knives, like I'm a much more of a flipper. I prefer flipping Balisongs. I do not use knives for knife purposes very often. I just think they're kind of cool, but I don't know stuff. So if you're looking for something about practical and without like super nitty gritty details, I can get back to you on this. I'll maybe do a video on like all my folders at some point. But thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, donate some money in the coffee because I've been having a hard time, and the UPS has been giving me anxiety attacks. And USPS, sorry, UPS is probably not better. Anyways, have a good one. Take care, bye. Oh, I guess I should look at the rest of this real quick. We have a little Spyderco sticker. Reliable, high performance, Golden, Colorado, USA. Except that, hilariously, my knife is not from Golden, Colorado. It is from Taiwan. There's like 3 factories. Sorry, this is not focusing. That's too bad. And the other one is Japan, typically. Oh, there's this whole blurb. Here, I'll hold it like this if you want to pause the video and give this a read. I will read this later. Sorry if my finger is covering up some of the words. And the backside is just warranty. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Have a good one. Tally ho, motherfuckers.